welcome to my TV Burp review of the year. Wayne Rooney enjoyed a good old-fashioned British seaside holiday. What do you get if you mate a monkey with a seal? Dominic Littlewood. And Coronation Street's Blanche was looking for a new man.
I don't want it black. I don't want it white. I want it brown.
I should say, if you haven't got time to watch the whole show tonight, I prepared this little package, which pretty much sums up the past year on TV.
Oh.
Like, taste something that tastes really nice. I want to have it. I want to have it a lot, like, to proper fill my belly up.
That's pretty much it. Isn't it weird, though, when the back of your helicopter looks like a grumpy shark? Yes, this was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. By the way, the phone lines are now closed. So if you do keep phoning, it may result in a bigger house for Ant and Dec. Sorry, guys, you know I love you. Biggins may have won, but what would the other celebrities have done without Janice Dickinson? Because she was always there for them, wasn't she?
Now, you can stop each round at any time by saying the immortal words, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Janice, you up for it?
No, you know what? It's all good. You know, my team must eat.
That's right, the team must eat. But even so, some of those Bush Tucker trials, I mean, she must have been frightened.
God, it's getting a bit scary now, though, Janice. You must be feeling it, surely.
No, I think that, you know what? I have 2 children, and this is nothing.
Not frightened, not our Janice, because the team must eat. And she showed amazing determination to make sure that her team would eat.
Let's bring in the first carriage. In the first carriage,
no,
as you can see, we've got eels.
Oh, no, stop. I'm a celebrity. I can't do it. No? No, not with the eels, no.
So you're forfeiting this first carriage?
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do this one.
You sure you don't want to attempt this?
No, I'm not even going to try.
Change your mind. The team mustn't eat. Fortunately, there was some pork a little further down the line, for which Mark Bannerman was particularly grateful. So much so that he sent out a special message.
Wow. I didn't even care that I could see its little head. I just, God bless its mother, producing it. And I want to thank all the pigs in the world.
Yeah, that's all very well, Mark, but your girlfriend's left you. Never mind a message for all the pigs in the world. How about a nice message for her, eh? I tell you what, when he got home, I wouldn't bank on him being able to find his Catatonia CD. The right one there, he really was. I must say, I did enjoy last year's Dragon's Den. There were the usual brilliant ideas. Take this David Beckham lookalike, whose idea was to create special celebrity lookalike events. He gave a very persuasive pitch.
OK, my idea comes from being a celebrity for the day. What I've done is I've created... I can't talk.
You make a very convincing case. But my favourite contestant was the giant chicken, Foghorn Leghorn.
The reason we're here today is to ask you for £100,000, and we're offering 30% to that. We've got a solid customer base in the reenactment circles, also at musical festivals. We produce all this.
It seems to me there's a much easier way of raising some money from the dragons.
3 dragons out, but 1 offer for the full amount. Only James Caan has yet to declare his position.
As it is today, with 125,
Ignorant, bad-mannered, arrogant.
Here you go, fellas. Some for you, and some for me. Well, it was my idea.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you very much.
I must say it was nice to see God pop up on telly last year.
Put away into the...
Of course it wasn't God. It was Meetings with Remarkable Trees on BBC 4. And this episode featured a particularly interesting hedge.
I've been driving this road since 1971. I've probably driven past this hedge 16 or 17,000 times.
You want to get sat-nav, mate? Which brings me to the oldest people in the world on Channel 4, where we were introduced to Florrie Baldwin, who still had a lot of her faculties. She'd even developed the rare ability of being a human tape recorder. You speak into her mouth, and she repeats what you said back to you.
Can't you remember when Queen Victoria came to Leeds and she waved to you?
I remember Queen Victoria coming to Leeds and waving to me.
You might think it would be great to live as long as that, but what do these people think about it themselves? I mean, do they recommend it?
What do you think of being 110? Do you recommend it?
No.
No. But in this world of escalating crime, how do you motivate a demoralised police force to perform better?
A box of chocolates for anyone who finds a killer on film. Very much.
And a Twix if you can find Lord Lucan. Yes, it's the bill. And the case of a bent local politician, Paul... Well, you get a clue to his name from his crime.
If Sager is trying to hide the dagger, is it because he knows it's an illegal artefact?
Now, for those of you that don't know, we were going to question Sager about an ornamental dagger that was found in his possession.
Paul Sager and his ornamental dagger. They went on to question George Mistle about handling a pistol. They stopped Jenny Beading for speeding, and Gary Fintecent Rex Bozier on a number of different offences. EastEnders now, and always somewhere in a soap, it's somebody's birthday. But a soap's only half an hour long, so you haven't always got time to sing the whole happy birthday song.
Happy birthday!
For she's a jolly good... Then there was the mysterious blonde woman. She was popping up everywhere. Could it possibly have been Ian's long-dead wife, Cindy?
Lucy, how do you know it's her?
What if it wasn't her body you identified? Mum?
Can't be.
Mum?
Can I help you? Well, I get up to on my day off to my own business. While I think about it,
Hello. Hello.
It's just a bit of fun. I did it once earlier. Oh, I just, no, not that. No. Nah, yeah.
Hello. Hello.
What's wrong with you?
First time this happened, babe. I don't need it.
Oh, I like to wind them up on EastEnders. But the biggest story of all was, of course, Phil and Stella. There she was, all set to marry Phil when tragedy struck. No, it was a shame because they'd made big preparations for the wedding. Even his and hers balloons. You do have to be careful with these Phil Mitchell balloons, though. They have a tendency to deflate. Hasn't Mr. Blobby let himself go, though, eh? Of course it's not Mr. Blobby. It's Charlotte from Wife Swap, hiding under a duvet. It's strange, though, isn't it, how duvets can masquerade as something else?
Yes!
Yeah, for instance, there was one on Emmerdale that I mistook for a huge maggot with flippers. So there's the hasn't Mr. Blobby let himself go duvet from Wife Swap and the giant flippered maggot duvet on Emmerdale. But which is better? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Welcome back to TV Burp Review of the Year. Talking fish on the nature of Britain.
A ferox trap. Ferox from the Latin meaning ferocious.
Alien on Dragon's Den.
If you're not going to sell volume, you're not going to make profit, and I'm going to lose my money.
And Ming Campbell turns up on The Oldest People in the World.
I like fruitcake.
This was the year that Jamie Oliver was back, this time at home. Yes, he's growing all his own food now, so he doesn't need to go to Sainsbury's, does he? And he devoted a whole programme to his huge crop of tomatoes. Well, I say tomatoes, you say...
Tomatoes.
You say...
Tomatoes.
And you say...
Tomatoes.
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 Let's call the whole thing off. Well, you get the idea with that. That was Jamie, but by far my favourite was that saucy minx, Nigella Lawson. Back with Nigella Express. That reminds me, I must feed that horse. One week, of recipes all had a Latin feel. And call me pedantic, but if you're going to add music to your show, make sure it matches the pictures. It's an Alsatian! Get it right, Nige! Everything had a Latin feel, and she cooked these cheese and ham toasties that she called quesadillas.
Lightly brush with oil. This is so gonna hit the spot now, but I have to say, I can't think of a bad time to eat a quesadilla.
How about if you're really badly constipated? I mean, really badly. I imagine that's quite a bad time to eat a quesadilla. So, how'd you cook them?
Brush the other side and convey immediately and with not too much rapaciousness to the heated griddle. You can use an ordinary frying pan for this. I just love those charred lines you get from using a ridged griddle.
I tripped on a quesadilla. I ended up with my face on the griddle. Then she showed us how to make our own variation of guacamole that's made with Roquefort cheese, hence the name Rockamole.
Right, so first step, mash everything together. I mean, this is very easy because all three components are soft and yielding.
Rockamole, sickamole mula. But of course, being Nigella, she's got a party of actors, friends, coming round for a laid-back Latin supper party. So, let's see what her guests make of it.
This is my rockamole, which is really like guacamole but with blue cheese in it.
The rockamole is absolutely delicious. I really like the blue cheese in it.
The blue cheese is a little touch of my own. Sort of inspired by Latin food, but not necessarily constrained by its traditions.
Chihuahua. Big Brother now, or as this year's winner Brian might put it...
It's the best show on TV! Other shows there to watch, no other!
I couldn't have put it better myself. How did he win? Well, let's put that to Brian himself. Was there a game plan? What was his secret? Keeping a low profile, playing the long game? Well, Brian?
How do I do that?